I'm not going to tell you what color the body was that I was just working on, or the car accident where somebody got their leg ripped off.
Right.
Because in my mind, the way I used to think, in my mind, this is not your job. This is my job. It's my burden to bear.
Yeah.
And I think it is so wrong. I think that's the wrong way to approach it as a man. And I can only speak as a man. You know, we're in a new millennium now, so maybe one day I'll be able to speak as a woman, but for now it's just a man.
Right.
It's such a wrong way to do this. There's a way to approach your wife that maybe you don't have to give her full details. Say, look, I had a really rough call. I'd rather not talk about it right now. At least she knows. At least you give her a heads up.
Absolutely. I
Right.
mean, it beats just kind of zoning out in front of the TV and your wife then starting to create this narrative and this story about he doesn't care about me, he doesn't care about our family, and, you know, whatever narrative, because that's generally how that starts to go, is I, right? And they can't read your mind, right? So they don't realize like you've had a really crappy call at work, and that this is the way that right now you are trying to settle your system and deal with it. Instead, they're taking it personal, right? And so then the problems start to happen within the relationship.
So you have an inside view on spouses of police officers, which makes you probably one of the more valuable people I could ever speak with. Because I just had this a couple weeks ago. Officer from South Jersey called me, and the one thing that he's going through he was in a shooting. He's going through all the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him this question. I said, so how's your wife? How's your wife taking all this? It was the one thing, maybe he could have been lying to me, but it was the one thing where it seemed to be very solid. And I felt really good and confident about that one, because then I know, only suggestion I gave him, I said, don't shield her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell her everything, okay? But don't shield her. Let her know if you're having some moments of trial or moments of doubt, and then just leave it at that.
Right.
And I think I actually gave him your name.
Yeah, and that's just it, right? It's like they're not asking for the details. What they're asking is for connection,